What's up, everybody? Timeout Podcast is officially back for season 2.
Woo! Let's go. Yeah.
Guys, we gonna get right to it. Steve, talk to me, man. What's up with Barcelona?
We're broke. We're broke.
Okay. Okay, we all know
COVID had a big impact on our team.
Okay.
But I think we're gonna bounce back. It's gonna take a minute though.
Okay.
They need to find a way to sell some of the club.
Okay.
Right now we are selling grass.
We're selling grass. Okay.
Selling grass.
So let me be a little more specific. Steve, as you know, it's well documented. I'm a Chelsea fan. You're a Barcelona fan.
Right.
Right now, as of March 6th, 2024, who would you rather be as a club? Would you rather be Chelsea or would you rather be Barcelona?
I think as a club, you gotta look at it in two different ways. One, the financial side. Financially, I'd rather be Chelsea. They seems like they got money coming in for days at the club, but on the soccer side of things, I think Barca has better quality players.
No.
I think we do.
No.
I think we just got. I think we got better quality players. It's just that we don't have a coach that can implement a system for these players to play.
Last year, Xavi was a savior. Now you don't have a coach that can implement a system.
He's not tactical. Last year, the players, I think we won the games based off talent.
You won the La Liga based off talent?
Based off talent and just defense. This year, these players can't play defense. They can't play defense whatsoever.
Completely the coach. Last year they could play defense. This year they can't play defense.
This year, I think it's the coaching schemes that he's not using. We're using Koundé as a right back.
Okay.
We got Araujo and Christensen. We got three naturally center backs playing on the field at the same time, but yet we're not playing a three-man back line.
Okay.
We got Koundé out wide who can't service the ball.
Okay.
He can't cross the ball into the that's not his specialty. That's not his forte.
But why would you rather be Barcelona though?
I'd rather be Barcelona because
what is the benefit of what is? Let me put it like this for you. Chelsea has more money.
Right, but
Chelsea
I don't think the talent.
Hold on. Chelsea has more money.
Okay.
Chelsea has plenty of talent. If you want to argue the talent levels, sure, right? But Chelsea has plenty of talent the same way Barcelona does, right?
Okay.
Chelsea, at least in my opinion, shows light at the end of the tunnel. Like Barcelona, there's no money coming in.
There's no money coming in.
There's no money coming in. Real Madrid's only getting better.
Okay.
Atletico's always Atletico.
Okay.
Girona is your level right now. Chelsea,
Who's your level?
Barcelona. Chelsea is inconsistent. Chelsea's inconsistent.
No,
right?
You guys not just. You guys suck.
Chelsea's
There's
inconsistent.
a difference.
When we play against the top teams, what do? We perform. Every top team, we tied Man City twice this year. We beat Tottenham. We tied Arsenal.
10th place.
But that's my point about inconsistent. At least the light at the end of the tunnel. They've shown they can compete against top teams.
You guys have shown that, but once again,
but that's what I'm saying. At least a team. I'd rather, and Chelsea's younger than Barcelona. Chelsea's a younger team than Barcelona. So for me, I'd rather a team that is young and showing signs. So. A team that's young and showing signs.
Okay.
A team that at least shows that they can at their best wise. They've shown that they can compete with top teams. You can agree. At their best, yes.
Sometimes on some nights, yeah.
So that's my point. I think Chelsea. You'd rather a team with literally younger that's shown they can compete with the top teams and more money. What is the benefit about being in the shoes of Barcelona? You're not winning a trophy. Your team is not young. You're like what is the benefit? Your coach is getting fired.
I think once
your
again,
coach is leaving or whatever you want to call it.
You're right.
What's the benefit?
The benefit is, although we are not able to buy all these expensive players, we are still producing on the field, something that Chelsea is not doing. But
you're playing in an easier league.
Even the teams that you guys do face, the teams that are below 500, you guys struggle or lose.
But you don't have as much good top-heavy teams, though.
We're still doing our thing, and we're still in Champions League. Huh?
Which you're not getting past the quarterfinal.
We'll find out. I can't say a thing about Chelsea. Where's Chelsea?
But who's winning a trophy? Are either one of us winning a trophy?
No, but who's playing Champions League next year?
Okay.
Or both playing Champions League? Or both?
But that, so in your opinion, playing Champions League, not competing for Champions League, playing Champions League is the end-all, be-all of why a team has a better future?
It's not end-all, be-all, but it's better than not playing at all. And once again, I think Barca has two players that won the Young Player of the Year award. So
you
we
think
have.
Gavi deserved it?
Huh?
You think Gavi deserved it?
Gavi deserved it. Yes.
Okay.
He had one hell of a season. Yes.
Okay.
Gavi deserved it. Pedri is him. There's not a player. Prone. I don't think there's a player on your team that's better than Pedri.
And he's injury prone.
Injury prone, but I don't think there's a player on your team right now that's better than Pedri. You can't name me one player that's better than Pedri.
I'll take Cole Palmer.
No, you wouldn't. Stop.
Pedri doesn't score the goals that Palmer scores.
Palmer's not the kind of player that Pedri is.
They're creators.
Pedri is a better passer, better dribbler. He's more skilled at everything than Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer's not it yet. Pedri has proven that he could be it. There's a reason why Pedri is starting for his national team. There's a reason why Pedri is starting. But his national
team isn't as good as England's. What are you talking about? There's a reason he's starting for that. Is Spain as good as England?
He's the best.
No. Is Spain?
He's the best Spanish player right now. You can't name me one Spanish player that's better than Pedri.
Pedri's better than Rodri.
Pedri is the best.
Pedri's better than Rodri.
Yes, he is the best. Rodri's like 1B.
Rodri is literally the best center defensive in the world. And Pedri's better than him.
Pedri's better than him, yes.
Yo.
Yes. Pedri is better than him.
Say it over time. Pedri's better than Rodri. Okay, so if Pedri's better than Rodri, let me ask you. Who's Cole Palmer competing with for England? Bukayo Saka. Jude Bellingham.
Okay, that has nothing to do with Pedri. If he showed that he was better than those players. Would Pedri start for England? Will he start for England?
Would Pedri start for England?
Depends on the system that you use, yes.
Would Pedri start for England?
Depends on the system that you decide to use, yes.
What system would he start in?
If you're doing a 4-3-3 with 2 8s, yes.
2 8s.
But Pedri could be your 8, Jude could be your 10, I guess, and then Declan Rice could be your.
Okay, so in that argument, I can somewhat agree, but how do I say it? In that way, you could say that's where the Palmer versus Pedri comparison, like, it kind of changes. Yeah. Like, because Palmer's not an 8.
Cole's not an 8, yeah.
But Palmer, for what he is, his position's a tough position. He's competing with Jude Bellingham, who's arguably having the best season in Europe right now.
Okay.
He's competing with Bukayo Saka. He's competing. Pedri,
but he's not putting up, like, I don't know what you're seeing from him, but I don't see the same thing. I don't see him being, like, top class. I don't see it just yet. He has the potential maybe, but he's not there just yet. Mm-hmm. And I think Pedri is at that spot. We see what Pedri can do. We see what Pedri can produce. When healthy, and if he stays healthy, he is a top 5 center mid in the game right now. You can't name me any other center mids that are better than Pedri.
Is he better than Rodri? Yes, you said, right? Okay, is he better than De Bruyne?
No.
Is he better than Jude?
We're competing.
Pedri is competing with Jude right now.
We're competing.
Has Pedri stayed healthy for 10 straight games?
Once again, once we get the health back, Barca kind of messed them up because we.
Is he a better player than Is he a better player than, let's say, a Bernardo Silva?
I'll take Pedri over Bernardo. I think Pedri has that quality to do what Bernardo does.
Okay, so Pedri is a top 5 center mid in the world.
I think, yeah.
Okay, so
I can't say the same about Cole Palmer's not in the top 50 best player in the world, like in the game right now. It's not
Cole Palmer is a top 10 young player in the world right now. Would you say under 21 player? Yes.
Yeah, I put him there.
Okay.
He has talent.
Now let's go.
But he's not producing.
Let me explain to you why Chelsea. I just feel like there's a lot to be said about Chelsea. And yes, it's rough right now. Trust me, it's hard for me to talk about this. But
I don't know why we're talking about it at all.
There's a lot to be confident about if you're a Chelsea fan. You have a guy like Cole Palmer. Nkunku has not been healthy, who's a proven player. Nkunku's not a project player. Nkunku's a proven player in Europe, you would say. You would agree.
Yeah.
Okay, right? You have Reece James. If we could talk about Pedri, we could talk about Reece James because they're both injury prone. So let's be fair here.
Right, but this.
No. I'm not.
I'm just saying the ceiling for Reece James compared to Pedri.
What do you mean the ceiling? The ceiling of Reece James. Who's better than him as a right back?
Who's better than him?
Who's better than him as a right back? The ceiling of Reece James.
I guess there's only 2 you can name. I guess.
Who?
Walker and Trent.
You think they're better players than Reece James?
Yes.
Better players than Reece James?
Better players, yes.
Or you would take them on your team?
I think they're better than Reece James.
Okay, Walker doesn't have Reese's offensive ability. Trent doesn't have Reese's defensive ability. How is either one? You be thinking about FIFA too much.
I don't think about FIFA.
You be thinking about FIFA too much.
No,
Just because Walker is
James,
a 90 pace, that doesn't make him a better player than Reece James.
James don't have.
He doesn't have what? Tell me what Reece James doesn't have.
Doesn't have Trent's offense, Trent's vision, Trent's crossing, Trent's passing. Reece don't have that.
And is he not close?
He's just slightly a better defender than Trent.
Slightly. Yo,
he's just slightly
Trent is about to play center defensive mid because they don't want to put him at right back anymore, and he's slightly
he's able to do it. He's slightly better than him.
How many top wingers in the world have said that Reece James is the toughest player that they played against, the toughest outside back they played against? Nobody says that about Trent.
When does Reece James play for top players to say that about him?
When does Reece James play against top teams? Reece James has won a Champions League, right? Bro, what? Okay, so no, but look, seriously.
But once again, I think you guys are financially, you guys are in better position than Barca. Mm-hmm. That I will agree with you guys, since you guys are able to come into the Premier League, buy any players you guys do feel like it. Your owners don't. Your owners has the bread to spend. Barca, we broke once again. We're a broke ass team.
Yes, I agree. But this is why I feel like Chelsea. I feel like Chelsea is in a better position because you have a lot of players that, yes, maybe everything's not clicking right now, but something's to be said for players who have proven themselves. When players have proven themselves already, in my opinion, it's about getting the right coach. I'm not a big Pochettino guy, but I feel like a lot of the players in Chelsea have proven themselves on certain levels, which is why I feel like I feel like I'm confident. So look, hold on. So look, a guy like Reece James, right? Reece James, you would say, has proven himself to be a top right back in the world
when healthy.
Okay, right. Chilwell, I feel like the door's closing, but he's proven himself as a left back in the Premier League.
Sometimes, some games.
Okay, whatever.
Disasi is just picking it up, but there's still mistakes.
There's still mistakes, but like you've seen like his game against Man City. When you see a game like that, it's like there's something there.
Right.
Colwill, young player, lefty center back, played for Brighton, solid. Like he's probably the future center back of England, right? Caicedo proved himself in Brighton, right? Yes, he has.
Brighton, but not Chelsea.
But that's the same. Right. That's what I'm saying. It's about getting the right coach out of them. Is what I'm saying. Okay. Enzo, he started on a World Cup winning team. Palmer, I think he has established himself. Guys like Mudryk is the problem.
Palmer fully established himself?
Yes, he has. Palmer's nasty. Guys like Mudryk is the problem. Mudryk.
I think you guys were a big fan. 007, right? Agent 007? What's his nickname now this season?
Like, I want him to work. I don't think Pochettino has given him the confidence and the right.
He's had the time to prove something.
No. But look, I was looking at a stat. Every game Mudryk has started. Every game Mudryk has scored. The next game, Poch took him off the bench. That's not for a player that's trying to get his feet into into the Premier League and stuff.
All
that's
right.
That's not what you do. Like you gotta you could agree with that. No, but Steve, every
single
game
games that they do, I don't see him doing much. He's just on
at least 5-6 games. Every single game you score, you don't start the next game. For a player that you spend that much money, you gotta try to instill confidence in him. How are you doing that by bringing him off the bench?
You guys got like Raheem Sterling. Are you?
Sterling's not supposed to be the future. Sterling has been decent enough.
But he's like that savvy vet that when times do get tough, you can put him like he's
what?
Mudryk. There's just something about Mudryk where I don't think it's just. I think Pochettino sees something that's just not right with Mudryk.
But Pochettino doesn't do his part, in my opinion, to look. We've all been not we've all, but like me and you have been athletes where everything's confidence. Right. In situations where let's say like when you feel the trust of your coach, where you're playing game in, game out. Not necessarily not saying Mudryk is a game in, game out player, but when you feel like the confidence of like, yo, like I just scored a goal, I know I'm gonna play next. Like that's a different type of confidence instead of versus the confidence of, oh, I need to score to even get a chance to play. That's a different type of confidence.
Then that is true. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is Pochettino hasn't done his job. to put that into Mudryk.
Okay,
Especially for
that,
the investment.
And
let me say something. Hold on. And let me say something about Nicholas Jackson.
Yeah.
Let me say something about Nicholas Jackson.
Please.
As much as people want to talk bad about him, I think Nicholas Jackson is the future. I think Nicholas Jackson is our future striker. I think Nicholas Jackson. Remember, I said this.
You got
Nicholas. Hold on. Remember, I said this. Nicholas Jackson has a. I would not go buy Osimhen. I would stick with Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson already has double-digit goals, and the guy can't even really play in the team. Like, he can't even, like, combine with the team. No, seriously. Nicholas Jackson, you see something there. His IQ isn't great, right? But he makes, like, well, making runs is part of IQ, but, you know, like, on the ball IQ, his passing, his build-up play isn't great, right?
Yeah, he shows good.
Hold on. But look, he's 22 years old.
He's not the future of Chelsea.
He's 22 years old.
He's not the future of Chelsea.
Hold on. He's 22 years old. He has double-digit goals already, and we're in March, right?
Like everyone's the future.
He's 22 years old. He already has double-digit goals in March for a guy that is labeled as trash and blah 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 blah.
I'm not saying he's trash.
But everything that he's bad at are things that you can work on. He is literally a guy that. Like. He has speed. His finishing isn't great, but he has speed. He makes the right runs. Like, give them a year, 2 years, 3 years. I think Nicholas Jackson is probably the future striker of Chelsea.
Is Chelsea a team?
In 3 years, Nicholas Jackson will be a top 5 striker in Europe. I promise you.
But right now, is Chelsea a team that can just keep saying every single season that we're looking in the future? Because it's been.
What do you mean every single season? It's been 2 years.
Last year, you guys sucked last year. This year, you guys suck again. So now it's been 2 years where you guys consistently have stayed in the same position. So then, when does the future actually really start taking place and shape for Chelsea then?
But look, I agree with that, right? But not everything has been. How do I say this? Everything has been. Pieces have come in along the way. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I'm like, okay, like. Enzo came in January, right?
Okay.
Hold on. Enzo came in January, right? So then this summer, you get, like, I believe in Nicholas Jackson. You might not, right? But, like, Nicholas Jackson, for example. You get Nicholas Jackson, you get Cole Palmer, Gusto. I'm a big fan of Gusto. I think Gusto, in my opinion, should be the left back of Chelsea. Chilwell, it's been real.
Send him home?
Now, like, he's been great for us, but, like, I think Gusto's the future, right?
Okay.
So you get pieces along the way. Now it's like, let's put it all together. That's why I feel like, I agree. I'm frustrated with Chelsea, but there is better light at the end of the tunnel. Barcelona is broke. Barcelona is the level of Girona. Hold on. Barcelona's broke. Barcelona's the level of Girona. Barcelona, Real Madrid's only getting better, and Mbappe's about to come. You guys are not competing for anything.
Mbappe's not going to Madrid.
Mbappe's about to come, right?
Once again, we have Lamine. We have talent. Lamine Yamal is a 16-year-old phenom. He is the future of. He is. In my opinion, going to be probably a top 10 player within the next 3-4 years.
Wow.
Next 3-4 years, Lamine Yamal is that good. He's one of the best skilled dribblers in the game right now, I'll say. At just 16 years old, he's really skilled.
Top 10?
In the next 3-4 years.
Okay.
Next year, I'm not saying right now, but if we're talking about under 21 guys that you just mentioned, he might just be a top 10 guy. He might be on the list.
I just want to ask you, is Lamine Yamal better than Cole Palmer?
I mean, one has had that multiple year experience.
Cole Palmer's not playing like that for Man City.
Not playing like that, but you were still part of a team.
Is he better? Yes or no? I'm asking you.
This is Lamine's first year.
Is he better than Cole Palmer? Yes or no? Right now, is he better than Cole Palmer? Yes or no?
I can't say fully no.
So no, that's it.
Because he's 16 years old.
Okay, that's it.
You gotta look at that part too.
Chelsea has a
he's
better
16 years old
than Barcelona.
Right now, Barca's problem really is our coach. Our coach doesn't know He's leaving, yes, but still, we're talking about this season. Our coach don't know his players like that. You got Koundé playing right back, who's slow as hell right now, who looks like he's playing injured, playing right back. Then you got Araujo and Christensen. Then you got João Cancelo, who can't also play defense on that left side of the field right now. My thing is, now we got Christensen playing defensive mid.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We got Christensen playing defensive mid, and right now, we got Pedri out and Frankie de Jong out now. So our midfield is going to be exposed. Lewandowski is just his legs just ain't there no
it's been
more.
real. Like
he had a great career. Thank you for all you done. Thank you for that. Legend. Thank you for the La Liga last year, but I think this is the time for you to step out. But he leaves. We don't have money to buy anyone. COVID messed us up so bad that we are, I think, $400 million in debt. All right, we are $400 million in debt.
Selling grass.
The top players that we had.
Selling grass.
The top players that we had on the team, most of them are out on loan right now. Right, so you got your Serginho Dest, whose contract I guess was high. He's out on loan. You got Nicola Gonzalez, who we had to go give a fee. We had to go sell. We're picking up players like the only thing that can work for Barca right now is just free agents, and that's the João Cancelos and the João Felixes. Like so it's a sad situation for Barca, but I do think once we get our financials back,
But you can't guarantee that to happen right now.
But I think we still have better talent than Chelsea for real.
We could agree to disagree, but Chelsea, I think, it has a better future.
We'll see if you guys can break top 10.
Okay, but Steve, look. So now let's shift gears over to NBA.
Okay, my Lakers.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. With the whole rule changes with the NBA about the games you have to play and everything, this has been a very different type of year.
Right. This is like the first year I feel like you can have an MVP with an asterisk right by their name just because of the amount of players that are missing games.
Which is sad. Right? Because I think most people can agree Embiid was the MVP.
If he had continued that dominance, he would have been MVP.
Yeah. Obviously, if he doesn't tear his. But with that being said, who do you believe right now is the MVP of the NBA? We're going to get to Coach of the Year and finals predictions, but right now, who do you believe is the MVP of the NBA?
I think this is a player that for some reason it seems that every year something is always thrown against him. And I think he's proven that consistently that he is the best player on that team. And that if you take him out the equation, it's just not good. That team is just not going to be as good as they are without him. He is averaging right now he's averaging about 27 a game, 8.5 rebounds, and 5 something assists per game. And I think his team has the best record right now in the NBA. They are 42-13, I believe, or 42 and something like that with them on the court. His defensive rating is through the roof. He can guard legit 1 through 5. So I think this year the MVP of the league has to be Jason Tatum, and I don't see any other ones that we like. There are arguments that can be made about other players, but I do feel like JT is the MVP for this season.
So you're wrong. So
you're
wrong. So look, okay. As much as you could say Jason Tatum, great player, yes,
great player.
He's on my fantasy team, love him. But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is
he's a different beast. You're right.
But look, when you take into account MVP, you have to take into account what team they're playing for. So what they're accomplishing with that team they're playing for, right?
Right. But
no MVP. I mean, there's a small group of MVPs that have won with minimal talent. Maybe a Russell Westbrook and you know what I'm saying, like most MVPs are gonna have good decent to good teams.
Decent to good teams, yes.
Right? But the Celtics, since Jason Tatum has been drafted, have been a team that have been a playoff team. Like he walked in, right?
Right, we're talking about he walked in. We're talking about this season though.
Hold on. He walked in since the time he was a rookie into a team that was ready, if not to win, to compete. To
compete now, yes. Right? Make playoffs every year, yeah.
Okay. Tatum's having a great year.
Right.
Right? But also, what were we saying going into the season? This might potentially be, especially 2 years ago after the finals appearance against the Warriors, right? Last year, upset against the Heat, whatever. But like it kind of seemed like it's progressing in the right way. And then now that they got certain pieces, that's like, wait, you got to Porzingis, you got to do Holiday,
Okay.
Jrue Holiday, who's been underrated his whole career, undoubtedly probably a top 5 perimeter defender in his era, who's literally about to make the Olympic Team USA. That shows you the level of player that he is. Porzingis might not be maybe who people thought maybe like the Knicks drafted in terms of like the whole unicorn, but he's been more. He's a more than he's
a top player in the league. He's still got it.
He's an all-star level player.
Yeah.
So Shai's playing with J-Dub, Josh Giddey, Lou Dort, and Chet Holmgren, and he's averaging. Well, obviously other players, but that's just 5.
Yeah.
He's averaging 31, 5, and 6 as the 1 seed in the West.
Again, I fully get that, but I think,
in my opinion, with MVP comes expectation, right? If I was to ask you a question, if I was to ask you in October, where do you think OKC will finish this year? What would you tell me?
I would have told you
5 to 8,
probably top 6,
5 to 8.
Around that range, okay.
5 to 8.
Yeah.
They're top 2 in the West. All year. If I was to ask you where's Boston going to finish looking at that roster, what would you tell me? Top 2.
At least top 3.
You would say, no, probably top 2. Top 3.
Top 3.
But in the top 2, probably.
Within that range, yeah.
Right? So, not to say that the expectation takes away credit, but what you're doing with that talent matters, right? Shai is averaging 31, 5, and 6 on 54% shooting from the field as a top 2 team in the West. Yes, the Celtics have the best roster in the NBA. I mean, the best record in the NBA. He's playing with Jaylen Brown, all-star. He's playing with Porzingis. He's an all-star level player, right? But not on this team. Derek White, Jrue Holiday. Probably, arguably the best defensive backcourt in the NBA.
Once again, I fully get where you're coming from. Like, I get the he doesn't have superstars like that on his team. His team's the second youngest team in the league technically, right?
Okay.
But I think also you gotta take the American players this year, especially. That I think the league is ready to see an American-born player win MVP again.
That's not the argument, Steve.
That's not the argument, but
the argument is about who is the MVP, not who the league will make the MVP. Who is your MVP?
My MVP for this year is still Tatum. Once again, I get the fact that he is averaging 31. Or 31, you said 5.
31, 5, and 6 on 54% shooting. 54 as a guard.
I do understand that point. But Tatum is averaging 27, 9, and 5? So, when the Celtics do need to step up, he steps up. We can clearly see that day in, day out. When the Celtics are facing whatever team, we can look at Tatum and be like, he's the best player on the court. I don't think we can still say that about Shai facing other teams. Even other top teams. If we look at the Lakers versus...
No.
On a given day, if we look at OKC against Golden State, we don't see Shai as the best player on that court.
Do you see Tatum as the best player in that court?
When they're facing, yes.
Golden State.
Yes.
So you think Tatum's better player than Steph Curry?
Right now, yes. We're talking about a guy who can score just about the same, plays defense a whole lot better.
So what is Tatum? So hold on. So what is? You know what? Thank you for saying that. What does Tatum do better than Shai?
I think he's a better. He's a better defender than him.
Shai averages more steals, so.
Just because you average steals don't mean that you're a good defender.
But what makes Tatum a better defender?
The fact that he can
guard.
guard.
One of the best defensive teams in the NBA.
The fact that Tatum can guard the 1 through 5.
But
there's no weakness in Tatum's defensive game.
What's the weakness for Shai?
Huh?
What's the weakness for Shai?
Obviously, it's gonna be his size. If we think about it.
But you see, I don't like
size and strength.
I don't like that argument. Okay, how do I say this? Let's say Jrue Holiday.
Okay.
Jrue Holiday's praised as one of the best defenders in the NBA, right?
Right.
But you're not realistically going to put Jrue Holiday on Jokic or Embiid,
no,
right?
But he can...
Hold on. But that's my point. I don't like that argument when you're talking about Shea versus a Tatum because it's like, bro, he's 5 inches taller than him, like 4 or 5 inches taller than him. Obviously,
there are guards who can guard a 1 through 5 though.
Who?
Drew Holiday, okay, probably not 1 through 5, but definitely 1 through 4. Drew Holiday has proven that he can guard a 1 through 4.
But your argument is, you're saying that Tatum can guard 1 through 5.
Yes.
But by saying that, you're giving him extra props for being taller, in my opinion, right? So it's like that doesn't make you a better defender just because you have a better chance.
You get steals. I mean, just because you get steals will make you a great defender. Still, just means that you're able to read the passing lane and you're able to strip a ball from the passing lane.
Okay, so let me ask you a question: would you feel this is an anomaly? Let's just say, but would you feel confident putting Tatum on Steph Curry?
Yes. I think Tatum
would
can.
you feel confident putting Tatum on Joel Embiid?
Yes, but once again, these are not players that you can. These are greats we're talking about. You can't.
Yes, that's why I said at the
You
beginning.
will never be able to stop a great. You can slow down. You can slow them down. I think Tatum can.
I just don't see how Shea. Okay, you know what? If you want to talk defense, you know what? Sure, let's just say that. Sure, he averages more points.
Okay.
He averages more assists, and he's more efficient. So what? And if you want to talk defense, Tatum's not a defender here and Shea's down here. It's not
it's not. There's not a big gap between it.
But Shea averages 4 more points than him, average, and we all like 4 points of average is a pretty.
Once again, it all depends also on what your team is asking you for, right? Would you say that? Boston's not asking Tatum to do.
But Tatum's never had those numbers. Tatum's has had years where he could have. He's never had these numbers.
Like Boston's not asking him to go out and drop 30 a night. OKC needs that from Shea.
Time out. Once again, Tatum
and
has
I don't think that if we take both players, we
30
switch
on
them.
54% shooting.
That's good. That's great.
Are you kidding me right now?
That's great, but I don't think he's still MVP though.
Okay.
I think, once again, I think there's good arguments to be made, and we'll see what happens throughout the rest of the season. We still got 20-something games left, give or take, about 20-something games left. If Tim can stay out of course right now, where he can average probably 30, and Boston can probably if it's 20 games, Boston could go 15-5. I don't see why not give it to Tatum.
I don't even think Tatum's gonna finish top 2. I think it's gonna be Shea and Jokic.
I don't see why. I'm not seeing Denver in that kind of light with Jokic. I'm not seeing Jokic because I guess based on what he's already done, the past couple of years that he won MVP, I'm not seeing that same production or that same.
No, you're just taking it for granted. The same way Russell Westbrook was disrespected, that's the same way Jokic being. Listen, I'm not. I know people love. I'm not the biggest Jokic guy, but that's not true. Jokic has been producing. He just is being taken.
I think it's because
if this was Jokic's first.
It's because we expected to.
Yes, and that's the point. If this was Jokic's, let's say, first year of doing this, we would be like, whoa. But because it's been established
consistently,
already, that's why it's.
So he doesn't wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay. So my bad then. He doesn't wow me as he did when he won those 2 MVPs, because now I expect that from Jokic. But I think we need to show Tatum a little bit more respect. I think he's doing a lot for that team that we as fans of the sport are not seeing and not appreciating. I don't think he's appreciated as much as he deserves to actually be.
That's fair. Okay. So let's shift it to Coach of the Year. Who would you say is your Coach of the Year?
I think that's an easy.
I don't think it's easy, but
I think there's only 2 that stands out.
I think there's multiple, actually.
They're both in the West.
I think Cleveland's coach deserves more love. I'm not saying he's their level, but I think he deserves more love.
I think he deserves love, but not to the caliber as.
I just said he's not their level, but Cleveland is the last 3 months of the season has been. And they haven't really been that healthy either. Mobley's missed time. Donovan Mitchell, they still winning games.
They got a
Garland.
They got a gritty bunch of they got some ballers on that team. Like they got.
It's between Minnesota and OKC.
Yeah, which they've.
I don't know whoever finishes. I
think
shout out to
it's a tough. It's a tough choice between one and. It's a tough choice between one. But I think those two are definitely the top two. I think, and one of them is gonna win it definitely. OKC to have the kind of like you're the second youngest team in the league right now.
Yeah,
and you're the first seed.
They're second by 0.5.
Second seed. Okay, you're the second seed in the West right now. With you're competing against teams like the Suns. Clippers,
Lakers.
We don't talk about them. We're not talking about them right now. Like even the Kings still. And you're competing against those kind of talent, and you guys are still up there. And Minnesota is tricky because, like, I think we can get more out of Edwards. We're not seeing it yet, but like he's still playing good right now.
Yeah.
I think the ceiling for him is like up here, but yeah, he's not playing up here. You gotta
remember, he's only like year 3, year
True,
4.
But
he's not.
No, but he's not playing up here right now. But yet they're still looking that dominant, that good.
Yeah.
That rotation between Cat and Gobert. I don't think we'll see if it can succeed in the playoffs. But right now, it's proving that it's working. And I think once Rudy does get, he doesn't get the appreciation that he actually does deserve, but he's a pretty good defender. He makes players think a lot, and I think the coach has found a way to use him so that he can be as efficient on defense and like help Cat actually spread the floor out. So Cat don't have to worry about being a 5 anymore.
Yeah.
And you got guys like Naz Reid coming off the bench, putting up good shots, putting up numbers. OKC, I don't know, man. Them young guns they're good.
Either I don't think you can go wrong either way. OKC, I think OKC is more surprising, but I think Minnesota, in terms of like you have vets like Mike Conley, Gobert's basically a vet at this point.
He's a vet, yeah.
Towns has been an all-star.
He's been in the league for a minute now.
So like it's like OKC's a little more like OKC, like we all saw the rise, but we didn't think like this.
This like J Dubs,
so I would say I would probably lean towards OKC right now.
I think like it's 1A 1B.
Yeah.
Like you can't I don't think the league will. Like I don't think fans will be mad if either or wins.
Yeah, but I would say I would lean towards OKC. Now, Steve, talk to me. The finals, your Lakers. Do they have a chance? Well, what is your finals prediction?
This is how it's gonna work out. I think the Lakers right now are gonna finish 9th. Right, we're gonna finish 9th. Let's
we're gonna Kings. Yeah, the player. Yo,
you can call whatever. You can call what you want.
LeBron might be like, they might have like a play-in MVP, and they might name it after LeBron.
Please don't. We don't need that.
Because he be in the play-in every year, bro.
I think the Larry O'Brien needs to be redeemed.
Don't even joke like that.
Larry O'Brien needs to be renamed.
Don't even joke like that. Imagine naming the NBA championship after LeBron.
Yes.
All right. Just.
But I think the Lakers are going to finish 9th. Finishing 9th means that I think Golden State is going to finish 10th. I think we can easily beat Golden State, and then we get to face whoever 7 and 8 is. Right, whoever wins the 7 and 8 matchup, we get to face them for the 8th seed. I think if the Lakers finish 8th and OKC can finish 1st, I think we beat OKC in the first round.
Why are you saying we? You're a Lakers fan? Or you're a LeBron fan?
I'm a LeBron fan, but he's on the Lakers,
so don't say we.
The Lakers.
Don't say
we. The Lakers. But for some reason, our kryptonite is still the Denver Nuggets.
They be frying.
We can't. Jamal Murray looks like the greatest player ever when he's when he's going up against LeBron.
Jokic, they ruined to AD.
AD scared of him. They ruined every single big occasion the Lakers have. Mamba Night ruined it. LeBron 40K ruined it. Like please, can we just not face them?
Eliminate them for the playoffs last year. I'm just saying,
you're saying, but I think the team to beat is Denver. If there's a team I just don't know what team could beat them.
Yeah,
they're that talented of a group where I think we might just low key get a finals of Denver facing the Celtics.
I disagree. I don't think Denver's making the conference finals.
Who's making?
I really think the conference finals is gonna be the Warriors Clippers. If it could add up like that. I think the Warriors Clippers.
Warriors. Why Warriors?
Because
they're looking.
They've been looking a lot
the
better.
Lakers are looking trash, and they're looking like hard garbage too.
The Warriors have not looked. You see,
they look
maybe
bad.
You're not watching basketball because the Warriors in the last.
They just got blown out by 50.
Okay.
50.
Okay.
50.
Okay.
Okay.
That means that
50 just a normal number.
But who do they get blown out by? The Celtics, right?
The Celtics
in the West. Okay, who can't the Warriors can be anybody in the West, right? Steph Curry, you cannot. Especially after what he did to Boston 2 years ago.
Once again, Denver.
You asked me for my prediction. Look, I think the
Clippers got a good chance of making it.
I think we don't even got to go in. I think the Clippers. I think a lot of people. It's not a
They're
crazy.
slept on.
It's not a crazy prediction to say the Clippers are going to go into the conference.
It wouldn't be crazy, no. The crazy one is the Warriors one. That's crazy.
I think the Warriors because I think when they hit their stride, they can compete with anybody, and they're starting to hit their stride. Draymond Green, as much as people want to talk about all the extra stuff, he's one of the most, in terms of what he does for his team, he's one of the most important players in the NBA still today.
Yes. He's shown that, especially coming back after the suspension.
As much as people want to clown him, he's in the bench role. He's actually been
coming
really
off
good.
the bench has been good for him. Yes, you're right about that.
The rookie Podziemski, Kuminga is gonna be a star in this league.
I just don't know if
Looney hasn't been great this year. That's another one people got to see on. Looney hasn't been great this year, but he's shown himself. Last year in the playoffs against the Kings, what he did, Looney, the Warriors are similar to the Heat, but a higher ceiling in my opinion than the Heat. I feel like the Warriors are when they hit their stride, you can't mess with them. But you just gotta it's kind of like a be patient. But when it's playoff time, they gonna show up. The last year against against the Lakers, okay, yeah, they lost.
Size, okay. I think size matters, and I don't think they have quality enough pieces.
How many teams in the West have great size though, other than the Nuggets?
Timberwolves still have good size.
Timberwolves have great size, but Timberwolves are a different type of team.
If they decide to play to the level of their opponent. If they decide to go small ball just to get Rudy out the equation, that's most like what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
If
Towns doesn't play that big, you don't think Draymond can handle Towns?
Draymond could. Yeah, but once again, if Minnesota plays to their strength, I don't think Golden State has what it takes to beat them. Because once again, you're not you can't stop
the Warriors.
You can't stop
the
Curry.
Warriors in our era have proven that they're the team that you have to adjust to, not they have to adjust.
Yeah, but they haven't proven to me that they can have a second guy that can get buckets this season. Last season and 2 years ago, we saw that the Jordan Poole can still go out there and get you buckets.
I think Clay
can't go out there and put the ball on the floor and get you buckets. I think Clay has shown that he could
still do it, and I think Kuminga's a different thing that they've ever he's not. For example,
those are guys that
Kuminga, for example,
is
a higher ceiling than let's say a Harrison Barnes, but he's not a KD. But they haven't really had a player like him.
But they haven't had a player since they lost Jordan Poole. They haven't had a player that can score.
Kuminga could score.
Like Jordan Poole did for them.
Kuminga could score.
He could drive to the basket.
Is that scoring or not?
That is, but he's not pulling up the threes like Jordan Poole was. Jordan Poole going to the. That is, once again, we're talking about Golden State Jordan Poole. We're not talking about the Wizards. There's a difference. I don't think they had that second kind of scorer that other teams actually do have. And I think they are easier to be able to guard and slow down than other teams.
Okay.
So I think Western Conference Finals, might just be a Clippers versus Denver.
I think West is Lakers. Clippers.
Best team out there.
I think Clippers, Warriors. I think East is gonna be Boston, New York. And I think New York. I think the finals.
That's another step
I think the finals is gonna be the LA New York finals. Clippers, Knicks, NBA finals. Remember I said that. What's your finals prediction?
Finals prediction will be Boston and Denver.
We gonna see, Steve.
Boston, Denver.
We gonna see, man.
I got my money on Boston.
We gonna see.
All right.
Well, look, man, it's been a good episode.
It's been
a good first episode back, man. Stay tuned for more to come, man. Time out. Let's go.
Thank you. Thank you guys for watching.
Please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification button to see when we upload.
Thank you for your support. We'll see you guys next time.